Okay.
Sorry, I was waiting for you to finish the sentence so that I could press live.
I thought we were already live, so I was just saying that to be entertaining.
Ah, okay. Hi everybody.
Oh, hi.
That we're Sacrilegious Discourse.
Yes, we are.
And I am husband.
I'm wife.
And we run a podcast where we read the Bible
as atheists
for our first time.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we're giving this a few minutes. We'll probably give this about a total of 5 minutes to wait to see if anybody, hops in here and see what we can get going as far as the channel is concerned. So I've got this running concurrently on YouTube and Twitch. So if you have a preference between the two, you are definitely welcome to switch it up anytime.
I like the word concurrent.
Yeah, it's a good word, right?
It is a good word.
Yeah.
I'm actually impressed.
I don't know whether to be now I can't think of words.
To be insulted or complimented.
Right. Yeah, those are the ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Like what, I don't normally use good words, but also, yeah, that was a good word, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, banned? Fern says we banned them from being a moderator.
What?
I don't think that's true. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't think that's true.
We didn't mean to hurt your feelings, Fern.
I didn't think we banned anybody from anything.
I didn't either. I don't know what that is. So anyway, what are we getting into tonight?
I mean, the next chapter of Easy Kyle.
Right. Yes, which would be 7,
Mm-hmm,
I think. So
mm-hmm. I mean, we're not starting yet.
No, we're not. No, I was just saying that out loud for those who are, popping in here and joining us.
Got it. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to read Ezekiel 7 and find out what the fuck's happening.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sounds good. For those of you who don't know much about us, we tend to cuss a lot in our podcast. So if that's not your thing, pop on out, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
no harm, no foul.
It's kind of in our name, Sacrilegious Discourse. We are definitely sacrilegious.
I enjoy a good F-bomb is the thing.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't hold back.
No. Just as we're doing this here and waiting the few minutes for everyone to pop in, just wanted to mention one more thing for anybody who catches this, and that is that we are currently running a drive for new membership on our Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are able to support us and want to support an indie podcast project, please hop over to our main website, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. And right at the top of our page, we have a link to our Patreon page where you can start memberships as low as $1 a month. I'm even thinking in probably the next day or two, I'll be adding an ad tier. So if you are interested in running an ad on our Patreon, I will probably have something for that for you soon in the next day or two.
If you're interested in running an ad on our podcast.
On our podcast, yes.
You said Patreon.
I'm sorry. Yeah. No, yeah. Yep.
I knew what you meant.
Right.
I'm sure they knew what you meant too.
I sure hope so. Wow, we got some people in here. Welcome, and it's all patrons that I see chatting so far. So thank you everybody for showing up here tonight.
Oh my gosh.
You guys are awesome and we love you.
You're the bee's knees.
We got people on Twitch and Twitter, or on not Twitter, Twitch and YouTube.
That's funny.
Thank you all for joining us here.
Seriously.
That's really great. If you would, while you're here on the stream, give us a like. If you want to, you can share it. Don't feel compelled to, but definitely give us a like so that kind of the algorithms do their thing and populate us a little bit at least. So that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah. We are coming up with about 1 minute till 5 after, so we should get
1 minute till 5.
Yeah, no, I know that was a really bad way of telling time, wasn't it?
How about 1 minute till we get started?
Yes, 1 minute till we get started.
Oh my God.
And now it's about 30 seconds after we went through all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, thank you to everybody who is here and anybody who is new who is joining us on this podcast tonight. Thank you for checking us out, and we hope that you really enjoy the show and stick around with us. If you want to find different ways to subscribe to what we're doing, obviously sacrilegiousdiscourse.com is the place to go. We have all of our links for social media and subscription services through there, and definitely would love it if you would check that out.
Yep.
All right. That being said, I think we are getting ready to get into our podcast. I just need to get our recording software solidified here and make sure that's all working correctly. So bear with me just one more moment. And it looks like
the microphone
we are working. Like,
is working.
I don't want to jinx this shit, but it seems to have been working really well lately. I should have not said anything.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Wow. Hi, everybody. This is really cool. Thank you. It's so far in the chat, it's still all of our patrons, but thank you guys all for coming out and supporting us on this.
No kidding.
We really appreciate you. And then, of course, like I said, if you would just give us a like just to help those algorithms there, that would be awesome.
Truly.
Yeah. And then we are going to, I think, go ahead and get into this. You ready, wife?
I am. Are you? Do you need to look up a summary or anything?
Oh, fuck yeah, I do. Okay, I was almost ready.
All those times when you ask me if I'm ready, you're almost never ready.
I'm almost never. Well, I have so many things to get ready. So
I know. All I got to do is show up.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you do work beforehand, though.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I got to show up with my work. That's what I mean.
I don't want to shortchange what you do because you do a lot. So.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't want to shortchange you either. You got a lot going on, and that's why you're almost never ready.
That's pretty swell of you.
We're awesome. It's almost like we're in love.
Right. Yeah. It's almost like that. Like we're husband and wife or something. It's weird how that works.
We just had an anniversary. No,
we have an anniversary coming up.
Sorry.
Wow.
What is time?
Yeah.
I meant, look, for a second, I thought it was already like, oh, we're past May. And then I was like, wait, no, we're in May.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our anniversary is coming up. And we consider it Memorial Day weekend. So that's when it is. Yep. All right. I think I am ready to hop into this. So are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Husband.
Wife.
Do you remember what the hell happened yesterday and where the hell we are today?
Well, yesterday we read Ezekiel chapter 6.
Sure as fuck did.
And in that episode, God kind of was like, I'm going to kill y'all.
Basically.
Like you know those idols things that you got in the high places and the ravines and all the places?
Mm-hmm.
Those are shitty places.
They are shitty places.
I'm going to kill a lot of you.
Most
and I'm going to I'm going to lay you out in front of your idols, and I'm going to scatter your bones all over the fucking place.
Right. And that's gross and cool.
It's cool.
No, I'm being God. I'm saying.
Oh yeah, to God it's cool. Yeah, God seems to think that's cool.
Yeah.
Right. So we were a little, I mean, I want to say we were a little disturbed by the imagery, but at this point it's almost commonplace.
Yeah.
And it's just like the regular,
it's
matter of fact. Yep. There goes God being God again. So
it's hard to pull up the oh my goodness, I can't believe he's doing that.
Yeah.
Wow. All the murder.
The shock is gone.
Yeah.
Right.
We've become inured to it, one might say.
All right. Before we hop into today's episode, I do want to mention again that we are doing a drive for new membership on our Patreon. So the place you can find that, and we are tracking new membership on our website, which is sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. There's a banner and a link in that banner at the top of our webpage where it'll take you to our Patreon page where we have membership starting as low as $1 a month. We would definitely love you to hop over there and show your support. We're trying to get to a $400 per month level with regard to membership right now. So we would definitely love it if you could go over there and even just start a free trial membership.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be awesome. That being said, we just got done reading yesterday Ezekiel chapter 6, which means that today we're getting into
Ezekiel chapter 7.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie.
Yep, I didn't correct you this time.
You did laugh, though.
I did laugh.
Because the last several times I've tried to wait until we get into the meat of the episode before I slip in the Ezekiel.
Yeah.
And this time I put it right there at the end.
It's just that I like
intro.
I'm a fan of correctness.
I know. Well, so am I.
Yeah, no,
but I'm also a fan of having fun and making new names for things.
You are very much a fan of that. Yeah.
I like imagination and jokes, and I like making words different.
Right. You do.
I really do.
And it always just doesn't sit well with me.
I know it doesn't. That's because I'm the goofball and you're the stick in the mud. And
yeah.
between the two of us, that's how we do.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, this is our in between our intro and the main bit.
Yeah.
So we're just taking a short break while I save and do all the shit to the audio stuff here. So,
save and upload and whatever else the hell you do with your buttons and your keyboard.
Take a sip of coffee because that's, who doesn't drink coffee at, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night?
Right.
Right.
That's the way to be. We're so dumb.
All right. So are we ready to get into the meat of this episode then?
The meat and taters.
The meat.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Let me get back to the recording software.
Can you have any pudding if you
don't have any meat?
If you didn't eat your meat. Is that Pink Floyd?
It is. It is Pink Floyd. Yes.
Okay. Go me.
All right. How long was this? Is this episode?
Like a long medium.
Long medium.
Medium, long medium.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
All right. We are hopping into Easy Kyle, Chapter 7.
All right. Ezekiel, Chapter 7.
I love me some Easy K. Goes down nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go.
All right.
The word of the Lord came to me.
Did it?
Again, still some more.
Yeah, I mean
that's what has been happening this whole time.
I suppose I wouldn't keep lying on the floor for a year and a half if the word of God didn't keep coming to me.
Right.
I'd be like, I feel like he's ignoring me at this point. I'm just going to get up.
You're talking about how in one of the previous chapters how he had to lay down on one of his sides for like several hundred days or whatever.
Yeah. It was like 400 and some days.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what God's saying. Okay, ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Son of man, mere human.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is what the sovereign Lord says to the land of Israel. And of course, by Israel, he actually means Judah, because...
Right.
I mean, he's using the terms interchangeably, but the tribes of Israel have all but been swallowed up. Yeah. And all we've got left is Judah.
Was Judah, right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's still a generalization for that area, those people. It is,
but I've always found it confusing. Like, as we've been reading through, it took me a really long time before I understood that Judah is actually the main character.
Right.
Like, before we started reading the Bible, I always just thought Israel. It's Israel. Everything's about Israel. And I didn't know that, like, only Judah actually kind of remained.
Yeah, but I think that ultimately the end game is that Israel as a whole is going to come back. Remember we talked about like the lost tribes previously and things like that. So I mean, like there's always this thought that all 12 tribes are going to come running back to Israel at some point, and it's going to be the Israelites instead of just Judah. Right. So like, yes, Judah is all that remains currently, but that doesn't mean that that's what they're hoping. They're hoping to regain all of their tribes back.
I totally get that. It's just that as a person in 2024, or, we started this podcast in what, 2022? 2020.
Don't short us 2 years. Geez.
No, sorry. At any rate, when we first started this podcast in 2020, I had no idea.
Right. Well, so I mean, this is our first time reading any of this.
But that's my point, though. Right. Is every time I see Israel, I'm like, no, it's not. Right. But anyway, that he means Judah. So he's saying to the land of Israel, aka Judah, the end is come upon the four corners of the land. Because, flat earth. The end is now upon you, and I will unleash my anger against you, as I do, being an angry, capricious, mercurial God.
Again, call me shocked here.
I will judge you according to your conduct and repay you for all your detestable practices.
Right. Okay. We cover this all the fucking time. But
here we go.
Detestable practices do not
equal murder.
Yeah.
Like,
your equation
is
don't
wrong.
get to, because somebody has a goddamn statue doesn't mean you get to murder them.
Now, I will say,
did you hear about the statue that's going up in the national the capital of the United States?
What
So
statue?
hold on. It was they're putting up apparently this is not a breach of church and state separation, but there is something that is allowing some group to put up a statue that costs $650,000 apparently. I learned this from Heyman Meta. I can't remember how to pronounce the name exactly.
Okay,
but it's of Billy Graham.
Shut the fuck up.
Are you familiar with Billy Graham?
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's going to be in our state capitol, apparently.
No.
And he's going to be holding the Bible and pointing at some bullshit.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, really? We have to suffer through Billy Graham at our fucking, not our state capitol, at our national capitol? Sorry.
That's
I think I said state
even
capitol.
Worse.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's terrible.
I hate.
Yeah, I mean, you can just stop right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I got off again.
Speaking of detestable practices, right?
Yes.
Then you will know that I am the Lord.
Will we?
Did you know I'm the Lord?
I actually don't know that I have many questions about that.
FYI,
to be fair,
I am the Lord. Yeah. This is what the sovereign Lord says.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Disaster! Unheard of disaster! See? It comes.
Does it?
It does. It comes.
Okay. Yeah.
It gushes. The end has come. The end has come. The sky is falling. The sky is falling.
Like he's talking. Like, okay, we have all the end is nigh people, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, the end has come, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we all know that there's going to be a remnant left, right?
Well,
and like even according to the Bible, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be a remnant left, and some of them will survive. So it's not exactly the end. He's just killing a lot of fucking people and then sending them back later.
Right.
Like that's not the end.
So is it like the end, or is it like just the first book in the chapter of a like 20 book series?
Right. Yeah.
Like that's not the end, bro.
If that's the case, then we've hit many ends already.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So.
It has roused itself against you. Yeah, it did roused. I love it when a country arouses itself. See? It comes. Doom has come upon you who dwell in the land.
Yeah.
The time has come. The day is near.
This is like he's saying the same thing just over and over again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the end. Okay, we get it.
Yep. There is panic, not joy, on the mountains.
I mean, if I'm being killed by a god, I suppose I'd be panicking.
Or
people.
Joyful.
If I'm being killed, period.
Yeah.
I'm probably panicking.
And not joyful.
Not joyful.
Right. Yeah. I'm about to pour out my wrath on you and spend my anger against you. Mm-hmm. Now, I know we've heard that before because it's my favorite thing to say, I'm about to. So I know I said that yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm about to get you.
Well, we're getting into some repetitive, like, phrasing in this book, just like we do in every book.
Every book, it's like they shoot their shot in the first 3 chapters.
And you know what?
By the time we get to like chapter 4 and 5, they're like, "Oh, we're out of material."
Yeah, but I got to say, Ezekiel did shoot a good shot.
He did.
I mean, that fever dream of a fucking drug trip at the beginning of this book was crazy.
Yeah, actually, just in case y'all missed it, over the weekend, we did a Patreon episode about angels, but also fuck angels.
Right.
And it was a good one, I think.
Yeah.
So y'all probably want to get up in there.
Inspired from Ezekiel chapter 1.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Yeah, because supposedly he saw all them things,
Right.
So just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Plug in my good
Patreon
work
one more time. Yeah.
No, plug in my work.
Oh, well, yeah. You do put a lot of research into those episodes.
It's a good one.
Yep.
Okay. I will judge you according to your conduct, says God, and repay you for all your detestable practices. All that sex you be having up in those trees.
I don't know if I want you to repay me, man.
No,
you just keep your, whatever. We're good.
Yeah, keep the change, bitch. I will not look on you with pity. Have you ever? Nobody thought you might.
Right.
I will not spare you. I mean, but you will, though.
Some.
You will spare them. But that's what it means. You're going to spare some. Yeah. So you can't say, I'm not going to spare you as a nation.
And then do it.
And then say that the nation is going to, kind of survive a little.
Right. And there's not really a reason for it because he still calls those people shitty too because you're all bad. but I'm going to let some of you live so that later on, 10 generations from now, or whatever the fuck the time frame is,
I can get you.
You guys can come back, and then at that point, you'll be good for some reason, because probably, maybe reasons. I don't know.
Well, it's supposed to be that they learn their lesson, and then
but they never do. They still don't
get down hardcore on the practices.
Yeah, but like there's not been a time in human history where we followed God's law to the nth degree in any society, because it's just dumb.
Right. Okay, so God keeps talking, and he says, I will repay you for your conduct and for the detestable practices among you. I'm about sick of the word detestable, just to be clear.
Right.
Then you will know that it is I, the Lord, who strikes you.
We knew. How are we going to know that, though? Are you going to tell us? You going to show up? You going
to let us see you?
How are we going to know?
I mean, Ezekiel got to see your dick. What you going to show the rest of us, Yeah,
they don't want us to talk about that, so.
No, that's crazy.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody, but there's a God's dick in the Bible.
Yeah,
his loin. Crazy. And that's really why Ezekiel fell on his face. See the day? See? It comes. Doom has burst forth. The rod has been budded. Arrogance has blossomed. See?
Okay.
Did you see it?
Sure.
Did you see?
I guess.
It's there.
Right.
Violence has arisen. A rod to punish the wicked. Whee!
Wait, is he talking about violence has arisen from God, like him?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the violence?
A rod to punish the wicked.
God, am arising the violence.
Yeah, he's talking about the people from the north, whoever they may be.
Oh, yeah, his tool.
Yeah, that's the rod he's using to punish the wicked.
Okay.
That's his rod.
All right. Whatever.
None of the people will be left. None of that crowd. None of their wealth. Nothing of value.
No. Nothing. Okay.
Because he's going to, Babylon's going to get overtaken.
Yeah, right.
So
sure.
That's what he's saying.
Okay.
The time has come. The day has arrived. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller grieve, for my wrath is on the whole crowd. It's on the crowd. I'm in the cloud, but my eyes on the crowd.
Buyers and sellers alike, they're all screwed.
No buyer's remorse and seller beware.
Yeah, I
don't know. However that goes.
Sure.
The seller will not recover the property that was sold as long as both buyer and seller live.
Okay.
For the vision concerning the whole crowd will not be reversed. Because of their sins, not one of them will preserve their life.
Okay. But some of them do. Right, so, okay. Yeah. That's kind of false.
Right. I'm like,
you're being very hyperbolic here.
Are you
just like
talking about the Israelites? Because you literally just got saying that you made Ezekiel do a little puppet show.
Right.
Talking about how some of them will live.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you talking about Babylon? Like, what are you talking about? He's just being
sometimes hyperbolic. We like it to be everybody. Sometimes we're like, no, but some of you will make it. So
okay.
Sometimes we like to redeem. Sometimes we like to kill everybody. That's how it goes. That's how it's gone the whole way.
All right.
So
they have blown the trumpet. Burr, 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 burr. They have made all things ready, but no one will go into battle, for my wrath is on the whole crowd. I like my evil laugh there.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Outside is the sword. Inside are plague and famine. What's behind door 3? Those in the country will die by the sword. Those in the city will be devoured by famine and plague.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds about right.
Sure.
Okay. I mean,
awful thing is going to awful.
I mean, well, that's what happens. That's the way they war. They close the city down.
Right. There's no surprises here. Yeah. This is how things go.
This is how they do.
Regardless of whether Yahweh's involved or not. It doesn't really fucking matter. This is how war went.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we already read in previous chapters in our research there that was a standard for how they got their enemies to capitulate.
Yeah.
They surrounded a city, and rather than just attacking the city outright and losing men of their own, they would just starve them out.
Yeah, I bet the Babylonians would have attacked another culture the exact same way.
They did.
Don't you think?
They did.
I know.
The fugitives who escape will flee to the mountains. Like doves of the valleys, they will all moan, each for their own sins. Every hand will go limp. Every leg will be wet with urine.
Oh, so you're going to piss yourself before you die, apparently.
Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. Don't piss up a wet rope.
Right.
They will put on sackcloth and be clothed with terror. I mean, that sounds like me every day that I have to get up and go out into the world. I'm clothed in terror. Like, the best thing that ever happened to me was when grocery stores started doing their click list or their, like,
those are pretty
delivery.
Great.
Yeah, like their curbside pickup or, the delivery services.
I just like it because it saves time, like the click list, especially, like you can still go there, not have to pay a delivery fee. And like they just bring it out to you, and you just
out to your car.
Yeah, you don't have to do any frivolous shopping while you're doing it.
Just buy your shit, sit in your car.
Right.
Yeah, I love curbside.
It's great.
It's the best.
Yeah.
I mean, it does save time, but for me, it also allows me to not have to interact with other humans.
Also, very rarely when I'm sitting there in the parking lot does God enact wrath on me. So it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, like, all the things are just wonderful about it.
I mean, I love a day when God is not wrathing on me.
Yeah. No, those are good days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Every face will be covered with shame, and every head will be shaved. But will it be shaved with a sword? That's what
you're just not doing it right unless you do it with a sword.
Mm-hmm. They will throw their silver into their streets, and their gold will be treated as a thing unclean. This is talking about the sacking of the city and the riches. Their silver and gold will not be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. It will not satisfy their hunger or fill their stomachs, for it has caused them to stumble into sin. So, they're talking about
because they built idols,
their
and they
riches, blah, blah, blah.
Right. And they lost their way because of it. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah. That you'll have all the money in the world, but you still won't be able to eat, and you'll be boiling your child or whatever.
I mean, let's just be honest here. The thing that is stopping them from enjoying their lives is one of two things. If we're in biblical canon, it's God, right?
Yeah.
Or if we just go with historical accounts, it's Babylon.
Yeah.
It's war. It's fucking shit that happened to people in those days. That there's just nothing real surprising about any of this. Nothing new as far as how people treated each other in ancient times. This is all.
I was going to say, speaking of that, it would have been Babylon or whatever large culture at the time, whatever empire was trying to spread out and take over the little guys.
Yeah,
I mean, if it wasn't Babylon, it was Assyria. If it wasn't Assyria, it would have been Egypt. If it wasn't Egypt, it was whoever else was big times back there, the Canaanites or whatever.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
They took pride in their beautiful jewelry and used it to make their detestable idols. You know what? We still do that today. Like,
sure.
I mean, have you seen all those little pop-up stores on Facebook where women be selling their jewelry to each other and like their leggings and stuff, all those MLM, the pop-up things, right, sure. Like, oh my God. I mean, I'm not saying that it's bad to like buy jewelry and buy leggings and buy candles and buy whatever, but
they're everywhere.
It makes me feel like this. You know what I mean? It makes me
just get on that little chat words. This is detestable. This is
right. I don't know. There's something about an MLM pop-up selling jewelry on Facebook Live that just makes me feel like, oh, y'all are like Judah, y'all are like that town. Like, you're just asking for Babylon to come get you. I don't know.
I don't know about all that, but okay.
I understand like that is a leap. I get it.
Yeah.
I can't understand why my brain is making that connection. I'm just telling you that my brain did make that connection.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes I see patterns where there aren't. Just letting you know. I cannot stand an MLM.
Yeah.
Not just an MLM. Okay, I know I'm off topic here. Okay, but it's not just an MLM. It's an MLM that is like all in and everybody's for it and it's like really popular and like we're all just supposed to be like, yeah, that's cool. And I'm like looking at everybody around me buying makeup or buying candles and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with all of you? Why are you guys all like, yep, this is the one we're buying from this month. Like, what's the popular one this month, Like, now that Tupperware has gone away, there's just always a new one, and it's just so weird to me People are weird. That's all I'm trying to say.
Right.
All right. They made it into vile images. Therefore, I will make it a thing unclean for them. I will give their wealth as plunder to foreigners and as loot to the wicked of the earth who will defile it. They're going to defile that earth. Okay?
Yep.
I will turn my face away from the people. And robbers will desecrate the place I treasure.
Okay.
Womp, womp.
Yeah.
They will enter it and will defile it.
Sounds great.
Some more.
I guess. Whatever. Good job, God.
Always be defiling.
Right.
Never not be defiling. Prepare chains, for the land is full of bloodshed and the city is full of violence.
Yeah.
This is negative.
It's been negative for a few chapters.
This is like really chilling my vibe.
Yeah, right.
I will bring the most wicked of nations to take possession of their houses. Yeah, we know.
Right.
You will, and they did.
Yeah.
I will put an end to the pride of the mighty, and their sanctuaries will be desecrated. I mean, that's just mean. That's like...
Actually, it's his sanctuary. It's the fucking temple, right?
I'm like, you're on purpose knocking down your own temple.
Right.
That's like if like a Christian went and pooped on the stairs of their own church.
Sure.
Like, why? It makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
It's cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Right? It's throwing out the baby with the bathwater.
Right.
Why are you doing it?
Right.
When terror comes, they will seek peace in vain. Calamity upon calamity will come, and rumor upon rumor. I like calamity. and also, oh no, not rumors. They will go searching for a vision from the prophet. The prophet? Is that like Ezekiel?
Maybe, or the prophet of the time, maybe. I don't know.
I'm just curious because normally it would say a prophet, but here it says the prophet.
Right, but like this could be a generic insertion. Like this feels like a generic insertion into Ezekiel a little bit. Mm-hmm. This whole
fire and brimstone.
It doesn't really follow up on anything. It's just adding. It's the same message we've been getting since Isaiah.
I'm gonna get you.
And so it could be you insert in generic prophet here,
right?
And you could put that in any of the fucking prophets.
That is true.
It doesn't really matter.
They will go searching for a vision from the prophet. Priestly instruction and the law will cease. The council of the elders will come to an end. All the smarties will not be available.
I mean, again, that happens when you get killed by an invading force, I guess.
Right?
So, yeah.
The king will mourn, and the prince will be clothed with despair, and the hands of the people of the land will tremble.
Didn't the princes die?
Yeah, actually, I have a note about king and prince.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try to, recite this from memory.
Sure.
So I'm just going to tell you what this is, okay? The king and the prince are both referring to Zedekiah. Okay. The reference to the king is missing in the Septuagint. That's the Greek translation.
Yeah.
So it just says prince. According to the Jerusalem Bible, this may be a later addition, as reference to the king is exceptional in Ezekiel.
Okay.
So it was basically just like some translator, editor person added a word that they weren't supposed to and forgot to remove the other one or something to that effect.
Again, this whole chapter felt very generic and like God's wrath, blah, blah, blah.
Right. Well, and again, back in verse 25, when it said, when terror comes, they will seek peace in vain.
Yeah.
The word terror is destruction in other translations, which we've heard both, but also it could mean shuddering or anguish, which I'm like, I really wish y'all would have changed this up and used one of those other words.
Sure.
Because terror, destruction, terror. I'm like, can we get a thesaurus up in here?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so I'm about to finish. I will deal with them according to their conduct, and by their standards, I will judge them. Then they will know that I
am the Lord.
That's right.
I knew that one. Mm-hmm. I didn't even have to read the Bible to know that.
You quoted the Bible. What the fuck?
I got there before you got there.
Oh, I paused.
I know.
So that you could. The end.
Got it.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have a lot to add. Just that this is a regurgitation of the same fire and brimstone God that we've seen throughout all the prophets that we've read so far. And I'm a little like bored of it
already. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I said, Ezekiel started off really strong with the whole, fever dream thing that happened with the angels, and like that was some really crazy imagery.
It was different too.
It was very different. Yeah,
that made it interesting.
No, I actually really liked those chapters because it was like, what is going on here?
Let's
really
do this.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I was kind of excited for Ezekiel, and maybe we still got some time to go.
Sure,
but I don't know. It's feeling very repetitive.
Like, okay, Bible.
And you
got me again, Bible.
I just don't know. We'll see.
Well, you could tell how boring this chapter was in that's all the notes I had.
Sure. Yeah.
That's it.
We've covered all this kind of stuff before.
Everything else is very straightforward. God's going to get you the end.
Nothing new to see here.
No.
Yeah.
We could have skipped this chapter. It's like a soap opera. We could have skipped this chapter and not missed a thing.
Right. Yeah.
And that to me is a bad story.
Yeah, it's true. I agree. All right. Well, that was Ezekiel chapter 7.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that we will be back tomorrow, which tomorrow will be our live Discord.
Mm-hmm. At 10 p.m. Eastern.
At 10 p.m. on Discord. And we have the link in the show notes to go to that. It's not on the live. So you'd have to go to on our website. There's a link at the top of the website for our Discord channel. So you can go there and join from there.
Mm-hmm.
But we do our lives on Discord exclusively on Tuesdays, and we do a lot more interactive chatting and things like that when we do our lives on Discord. So definitely go check that out.
Yep.
Again, that was Ezekiel chapter 7, which means that we will be back tomorrow with
Ezekiel, or Easy Kyle as I like to call him, chapter 8.
All right. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Hold that in. Sorry. All right. My God. There was a lot of chatting going on. A lot of chatting. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And actually there was some chatting going on over on Twitch too. So thank you guys for your participation over there. And I did have to hide one listener one person as we were going through on YouTube because it was Christ Brings a Sword. They were blasting a bunch of stupid BS throughout the whole thing. So
I'm glad you were able to toss them. This ain't for you, bro.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Not anyway. It. Nose goes.
Welcome to YouTube Lives. You have a troll.
Hey, that means we made it, right? When you have your very own troll.
Yeah, right. I think that's how that goes. The Discord link isn't Fern. The Discord link isn't in the description because I suck. I don't know what else to say, man. It's
sorry, friend.
Yeah, sorry. This whole live thing is still new to me, and
we're just really
used to it, so.
Excited that it's working.
I agree, Trisha. That person did, from what I did read, and I didn't read much. I think they were not good as a troll. Yes.
Not good as a troll.
They were not good as a troll. Yeah. So we're not going to spend a lot of time chatting tonight. You guys are welcome to head over to Discord. I might respond to some stuff in there more so than here because we are streaming on 2 different platforms, and it's hard for me to track all this at once and keep my sanity. So thank you everybody who joined us here tonight. Thank you for helping us push this and make this a little bit bigger. We really appreciate you being here. And I think for most of you, we'll probably see you most likely on Discord tomorrow because a lot of you are our patrons who show up there on a regular basis.
Because you're awesome.
Because you're awesome. Or not even, sometimes you're not patrons. I don't know. I can't keep track of who's patrons and who's not, but
or regulars.
You're our awesome people. So thanks for being awesome.
Yeah.
And that being said, we are logging off for tonight. And we will see a lot of you tomorrow, and we'll see the rest of you. We're going to be doing another live on Wednesday here on YouTube and Twitch. So
at 10:30,
come on back and join. If you don't want to come over to Discord, come on back at 10:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, and we'll be back on Twitch and YouTube live. So We'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Bye.